Alright, in this video we're going to show you how to replace a slip joint nut under a sink. As you can see, this one is cracked, which was causing a leak. If your first thought is that is so incredibly simple that I can't believe you're even making a video about it, then you are not the target audience for this video. Now, this is a very simple part you can go buy at a hardware store. To do that, you need to make sure you can get the right size, so you will need to measure the outer diameter of the pipe it is connected to. And again, this one we are replacing because it is cracked, so there was a leak here, and the problem is that if the crack is on the back, then you can't easily or obviously see it from the front of your sink. So it might not be obvious that that is the source of the leak, but due to corrosion over time or maybe thermal expansion and contraction, you can see this one has cracked, so we're going to go ahead and replace that. So the first thing, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, is just to unscrew it. I had already loosened that one a bit, and then you will see that this pipe is kind of flexible and comes down, but the nut does not slide off the top of the pipe because of this little flange sticking out here. To do that, I also need to loosen this coupler down at the bottom. I'm going to be able to take this whole section of pipe out of here. I'm going to zoom out a bit, see this a little better. And then it's going to slide off the bottom of the pipe. See that I also have an old, gross gasket in there that is kind of hardened. Maybe that was contributing to the leak. So when you buy the new slip joint at the hardware store, it's going to come with, slip joint nut. It's going to come with the nut, and it's also going to come with a new gasket. So if the pipe is gross like this one, you might want to clean it off before you put all this back together, but I'm just making a quick video here, so not going to do the full cleaning. You are going to take your new nut, slide it over the bottom of the pipe, and get the bottom of the pipe back in here. I might need to put my phone down to get that pushed in there all the way and tighten again, so 1 second. Okay, so that is in there nice and tight. I've tightened the coupler. You can see now again that the nut will not slide off the top of the pipe. Now here's the important part. I'm going to make sure you get the new gasket in there. So this is going to take 2 hands. I'm going to have to put my phone down, but I'm going to hold the gasket so it lines up with the bottom of the drain. I'm going to line the pipe up, make sure that those are all lined, and I'm going to use 2 hands, slide the nut up and tighten it, making sure I keep the gasket centered. You don't want to shove the gasket off to one side and have it kind of get bent or out of shape or miss a spot on the seal, as that can also cause you a leak. The instructions for this one do not say to apply anything like gasket sealant, but optionally you could get some sealant to apply to the gasket as well. Again, I'm just following the instructions that came with this one that don't mention doing that. So here we go. I'm going to have to put my phone down and use 2 hands to get that aligned and get the gasket in there. I'm going to get this on there nice and hand tight, and then I do not own a wrench big enough to actually tighten that, but I do have a pair of channel lock pliers that should be big enough, so I am going to get it hand tight as much as possible, go get the channel locks to just snug it up, and then I am all set to run some water and make sure that I no longer have a leak. Alright, there we go. Got my channel locks, got that nice and tight. I just ran a bunch of water and do not see any water coming out, so we are all set. Thanks for watching.